Exclusive story tonight. A Valley woman is questioning why the county attorney's office never prosecuted the man who slammed her dog into the concrete last summer.
That man was Matthew Dieringer, the same suspect who, according to investigators, murdered a 67-year-old Scottsdale man last month. Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum breaks down Dieringer's criminal history and why he was already on probation.
Matthew Dieringer has been described by Scottsdale police as charismatic and manipulative. Kim Shed agrees, telling us how he approached her and her dog last summer and the trauma that unfolded. Mateo was rescued from a shelter.
I saw him, we locked eyes, and we fell in love.
And became Kim Shed's loyal companion for nearly 15 years. But in June 2024, she says Mateo's physical and mental health took a major blow after coming face to face with Matthew Dieringer.
There was no signs that told me that he would have done what he did.
According to court records, Kim was walking Mateo near North 1st Avenue and Van Buren Street in downtown Phoenix when Dieringer approached them.
He tells me how much a cute dog he was and he wanted to really pet him. And Mateo's usually friendly, outgoing. And I said, sure, you can pet Mateo. He reaches down and grabs Mateo and picks him up.
Kim didn't expect what happened next.
And he throws him down with he throws his arms back and he throws Mateo down to the ground. And he throws him down so hard, he throws him out of his harness.
At the time, Mateo didn't have visible injuries but was in pain. Within 10 minutes, Phoenix police say Dieringer kicked someone else's dog off its leash. He then allegedly tried to punch a man before stealing his glasses. 3 separate attacks over the span of 40 minutes. Months later, police arrested him on charges of domestic animal cruelty mistreatment and robbery, but he would only be indicted on 1 count of theft and 1 count of assault.
He was just a little slower at everything.
Kim learned charges were never filed for either of the alleged assaults on the dogs.
I gut punched and sickened and saddened.
By April 2025, Dieringer pled guilty to theft and was sentenced to supervised probation, agreed to get mental health screenings, and report to his probation officer. It took a month for Dieringer to violate the terms by not checking in with his probation officer. It meant a punishment of a 12-month stint in prison, but officers couldn't locate him. Court documents say Dieringer is homeless, and the listed address of his residence is a South Phoenix church where he met Frank Quaranta, who worked at a heat relief center there. Investigators say Quaranta let Dieringer live with him in Scottsdale. By early September, the 67-year-old was found beaten to death in his home. Scottsdale police quickly identified Dieringer as the suspect in Quaranta's murder, arresting him days later. Dieringer has pled not guilty to murder and remains in Maricopa County Jail on a $2 million bond. Court records reveal Dieringer's history of animal cruelty stemming from a 2020 Colorado case in which he mutilated and killed his roommate's 2 dogs. He pled guilty, sentenced to 18 months in prison in 2023. As for what happened to Kim's dog Mateo in 2024, we asked the Maricopa County Attorney's Office why Dieringer wasn't charged with animal cruelty. MCAO says there was no reasonable likelihood of conviction for animal cruelty due to no proof of injury. A statement says in part, current statutes do not provide prosecutors with the recourse to file felony charges in instances where a pet has been assaulted or abused, but was not tortured, seriously physically injured, or killed. No information or veterinarian records were submitted with the case to indicate either dog was physically hurt, and there was no information provided in the police report to prove physical injury. But Kim showed us Mateo's medical records that she says she sent to Phoenix police. She spent nearly $1,000 for an emergency visit, and Mateo was treated for a traumatic injury and given medication for back pain. Maricopa County instead recommended for misdemeanor charges of disorderly conduct to be sent to the city prosecutor. Kim says Mateo was never the same, refusing to go outside, and his personality was no longer friendly. His health declined, and Kim put him down a few months after the incident involving Dieringer.
It was so hard. It was hard because knowing someone else was the reason why I couldn't enjoy this last moment. But it was because of someone else.
I reached out to the Maricopa County Adult Probation Department to see what else could have been done when Dieringer violated his probation before being arrested months later. A spokesperson says probation supervision histories are closed due to an Arizona Supreme Court law. I'm Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum.